I've been losing my mind. I've been running low. Don't care who you with. I don't need to know. It's like weight in my eyes. Don't you apologize.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arailyus. If this is your first time here, on my channel I make lifestyle videos and I talk about living my life with mental disorders. So if that is something that you think you would be interested in, I hope that you would consider hitting the subscribe button. Oh, and I also have to add, I'm an author now. So yeah, come along this journey with me. So this has been so, I can't even put it into words. It's just been a godsend. So yeah, I'm adding that to my videos now. So as you can tell by the title, this is a Vibe With Me. And if you've never seen a Vibe With Me, my Vibe With Me videos are the videos where I talk about mental illness, my mental illness, and the things that I might be dealing with at the time, or just talking about the different mental disorders that I have. So today is a Vibe With Me. We're going to do like a mini life update, or mental health update, not life update. But the cool thing about today's video is that we have a sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Better Health. So if you want to hear how my mental health has been and also hear about this great sponsor, continue watching. So for those of you who have never seen one of my videos, the mental disorders that I have are bipolar disorder 2, anxiety, BPD, borderline personality disorder, depression, and adult ADHD. So those are the different mental disorders that I deal with. But I still live a pretty good life. I still achieve my goals. I wrote a book. Like, that's the most recent thing I did, all while managing all these different mental disorders. So that's needless to say that I don't let my mental disorders stop me from doing anything. But today's video, so I'm gonna give you a little update. So I was doing really good. If you did not know, I'm a veteran. I get my care through the VA. So I have a psychiatrist through the VA that I see once a month, and I had a therapist. But I was doing so good mentally, like I was just feeling better, that my therapist and I together decided that I didn't need therapy anymore. So I left therapy, but I kept my psychiatrist. So I was doing okay for a while, and then my psychiatrist prescribed me a medicine for sleep. This medicine sent me through mania. So I went through mania for about 2 months. And if you don't know what mania is a part of bipolar. It is the highs of bipolar. When you are reckless, when you do things that you normally wouldn't do. You feel like you're just living your best life, but you're being reckless. You're speeding, you're gambling, you're getting into fights, you're having sex, you're spending a lot of money. You're just doing a lot of reckless stuff when you go through mania. But you don't realize it because you just feel like you're living your best life. So you go through mania. Well, I can speak for me. I go through mania and I don't even realize I'm going through it. However, this last case of mania, this is the first time I was ever aware that I was going through mania. So I said that might be good as far as me having better control over my mental health, because at least if I can tell when I'm going through mania, I feel like the next thing is that I'll be able to control some of the things that I was doing, or that you do when you go through mania. So I went through mania for about 2 months, and then I crashed and I went through the lows, and that's when I felt the depression creeping in. And believe it or not, that's when Better Help came into the picture. They reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their services. And I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect time for me to be in therapy. So they hooked me up with a therapist. I went through the steps. They ask you a lot of questions, a lot of detailed questions, because they want to, oh, it's raining. they ask you a lot of questions because they want to make sure they set you up with the right therapist. They ask you what kind of therapist you want, like if you want a holistic or traditional or alternative. They have a lot of different type of therapists that you can choose from. So when I picked my therapist, I knew I wanted a female because I just resonate better with females. My therapist that I had through the VA was a male, and I never would completely open up with him. So I knew I wanted a female, and I wanted a female that specialized in my mental disorders. So when they match you with your therapist, they send you their spreadsheet of all their credentials and everything about them, and you have your therapy sessions. So you can do either video, telephone, or chat. I do phone and chat. So we have our phone chats for about an hour, and then we have chats. And now I can say this is the first time I've ever had a therapist check on me outside of business hours. So she checks on me, she sends me messages just to see how I'm doing, how my day is going. So I really do like that. And actually the company themselves, they reached out to me. So I was like, oh wow, that was really cool. Like, you don't normally get that. Like at the VA, you don't get somebody reaching out to you asking you how your care is. Like, well, let me take that back. The VA does do that sometimes. They'll send out emails. I mean, they'll send out a little card, but everybody gets the card. But it was just really nice that they reached out. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about BetterHelp. So BetterHelp offers licensed therapists that are trained to listen and to help you with your mental health goals. They have over 20,000 therapists, which is great because you don't have to worry about trying to find a therapist in the area where you live. This is over video, phones, or messages. So you always be able to get in touch with your therapist. So what else can I tell you about them? Oh, they have on the app, they have a journal option on there. So I can go in my journal and write about my day, and my therapist can go in and read it, and we can talk about it. Like, it's been really, really good with my therapist. I've only had 3 sessions with her, and already she's gotten me to open up about something I've never opened up to anybody about. So that speaks really volumes on the therapist that they matched me with. She was a good therapist. So we're going through that now, talking about that now. So it's pretty deep. But, you know, I feel like it's gonna be good for my healing and everything. But yeah, guys, join the over 2 million plus people who have already taken charge of their mental health with experienced BetterHelp therapists. And you know, I got you. I have 10% off your first session of your first month with my code betterhelp.com/Arailyus. I will also have it linked down in the description box. So yeah, guys, BetterHelp, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the vibe with me. So how have I been mentally? I feel like ever since I went through mania, I went through the lows, and I think I'm now, like I said, I think I'm about balanced back out. I'm starting to feel back like myself again. I'm able to concentrate a little better. When I was going through mania, I couldn't concentrate to save my life. I had racing thoughts all the time. It was just nonstop. And I have racing thoughts anyway, but it just seemed like there were even more racing thoughts when I was going through mania. It was hard for me to be still at work. I work from home, and I had to keep getting up from my desk, and I was like literally making myself sit in the desk, like saying, girl, you cannot get out this chair. Like, it was just that bad. It was like I couldn't be still. But now I'm back to normal. I've been at work. I'm able to perform better now. Like, I'm not going to say my job gives me any leeway because of my mental disorders, because they don't. But, you know, at least when I start back performing normally, they're like, okay, well, she was down a little bit, but she picked herself back up. And I talked to my leadership about my mental disorders too. So, but I've been doing really, really good. I think, like, I always try to take control of my mental illness. Like I said, when I went through mania this last time, that's the first time I was ever even aware that I was going through mania. So I said that has to be something good right there, because all the other times I don't realize I've gone through mania until I crash and I'm feeling depressed and I'm like, oh my God, I went through mania, and I start thinking about everything that's been happening. So yeah. But again, I try to stay in control of my mental health. Like, I think that's the most important thing. I don't let my mental health hold me back from doing things. If anything, I do things because my mental illness try to tell me I can't do it, and I be like, okay, I guess I gotta show you now. So it's been good. I moved from Atlanta about 6 months ago, and it's been an easy adjustment to the slower pace of life. Like, yeah, I'm out on my balcony now. This is like my happy place. This is where I come and sit at all day on my breaks. At the end of the day, in the morning, I just come out here on my balcony. I have my coffee. I have my iPad. I write. I just sit out here. I vibe. I listen to music. My balcony is just my little happy place. And so that's been at least something, a place that I can go where I know I can go out there and mentally I'll feel better. So I have that going for me. I'm a HGTV fanatic, so I have been binge watching design shows. Like, that is just what I like watching. I love seeing the before, the after, how they build things, how they create things. The designers, like, I just think how creative they have to be. I was watching a design show with Lil Jon. Yes, Lil Jon, the rapper. He's a designer. He was designing people's houses. I was like, oh my God. But it was a good show. He made some really cool stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I like watching. I like my documentaries, but right now I'm going through an HGTV phase. But I'm doing good. I'm keeping my options open right now. Like, I'm dating. I'm just keeping my options open. I haven't committed to anybody. But that's still going good. Dating it's fun. I find myself enjoying dating. So yeah, that's that part. I think that's about it. I'm still at my job. Oh, the book. I have not talked about the book. Oh my God. So the book was released May 13th. So it's been a month now, and the book has been selling, and people have been reaching out to me, and people have been telling me their stories. And when I tell y'all, it just touches my heart, because that's what I wanted to do with my book. I wanted my book to be relatable, to hear somebody say, girl, let me tell you my story. Girl, let me tell you the same thing you went through, I went through too. Let me tell you my story. And I'm just like, that's what I wanted with my book. I wanted to let women know, like, you're not alone. Like, everybody goes through bad relationships, and not everybody writes about them, but I wrote about mine, and I'm just able to tell my story to let somebody else know you're not alone. Somebody else went through this too. So it's just been so cool. Like, doors are opening. God is opening doors left and right, and I'm just so grateful. And I have no idea what's in store next for me. I have no idea. Whatever God has in store for me, that's all I can say. Because I have not been driving this boat. I made a Facebook post. I said, God is driving my Audi now. So I have no idea where we're going, what doors he's going to knock down. I'm just excited. But yeah. I'm gonna end here. I know I started talking, I started rambling, I started talking. I'm gonna end here, but I just think my mental health has been good. As long as I stay in control of my mental health, I'll be okay. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, leave comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. And thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. Bye.